Hey there, and welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here. Seriously, think of me as your personal financial mentor today, because we are going to unpack the quiet, hidden money laws that billionaires use to build their empires. You know, these are the rules that you literally never see in school books, but they are the exact strategies that completely separate the truly wealthy from that exhausting paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. If you're looking to accelerate your path to early retirement, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to break the whole shebang down, step by step, so you can start applying it right away.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. First, the billionaire mindset shift. Second, using leverage and debt. Third, velocity and asset insulation. Fourth, information gaps and failure. And finally, number 5, a 30-day early retirement checklist.
So let's jump right into part 1, the billionaire mindset shift.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark day and night contrast between daily money-draining spending and asset-focused habits. Picture this. A typical consumer gets a $5,000 bonus, right? They immediately go out and buy the newest phone, book a weekend trip, and start grabbing $12 influencer lattes just to look the part. And honestly, those lattes usually taste like overpriced milk anyway. The fun is completely over by Sunday night. But the billionaire mindset? It's totally different. They spend that exact same $5,000 on a secondhand junk haul trailer. They spend their Saturdays hauling junk for $50 a load, and within a year, that trailer has completely out-earned its cost. They're wearing faded sweatshirts while holding silent percentages in cell tower companies. They don't need the loud status symbols because their quiet money is just compounding in the background, totally undrained by the exhausting costs of social theater.
Okay, I want you to memorize this brief mental exercise. Literally right before you swipe your card, just pause and ask yourself, how soon can this purchase feed me back? This single, simple question instantly separates liabilities from assets in your everyday life. If the answer is never, well, you're just paying for social theater. But if the answer is within a few months, you are buying utility, and utility builds wealth.
Moving right along to section 2. 2. Using leverage and debt. Take a look at this split screen here. It perfectly shows the diverging paths of the poor versus the wealthy. Bad debt buys liabilities. It's basically financial poison. Financing a new SUV at an 8% interest rate means you are bleeding money the absolute second the tires hit the pavement. But good debt, that is rocket fuel. The wealthy view debt as a tool. They borrow at rates below inflation and let rising prices erode the weight of the loan. Think about financing a duplex at 5% that rents for double your mortgage, or on a much smaller scale, taking a 4% credit union loan to buy some certified tools that you can immediately rent out or use to earn $20 an hour. Within months, that debt is entirely supporting itself.
Now, the absolutely crucial point here is the golden rule of leverage. You can't just go out and borrow blindly. The asset must reasonably out-earn the loan payment plus a solid safety buffer. So, how do we calculate that buffer? It's easy. You take your expected monthly asset revenue, subtract the loan payment, and then, here's the kicker, subtract an extra 20% for maintenance or vacancies. If that final number is still positive, you have a non-negotiable shield against unexpected downturns, and that is when leverage works its magic.
$700. What is that? Well, that is the extra monthly profit of a baker from our source material who used a low-interest $5,000 loan to buy a second oven. Because she doubled her output using other people's money, she cleared an extra $700 a month after costs. Leverage perfectly scales an operation. You borrow low, you earn high, and you keep the spread. It's a real game changer.
All right, let's look at section 3. 3. Velocity and asset insulation.
So, this brings us to velocity. Think of idle cash like a parked taxi. It's literally just sitting there, wasting potential income. The wealthy minimize the time their money spends just sitting around. So let's draft a simple schedule to automate this momentum. Step 1, your paycheck drops on Wednesday. Step 2, $40 automatically sweeps into a brokerage account earning 4% interest. Step 3, on the first of the month, that cash automatically buys an index ETF. Every tiny slice of interest might seem small at first, but if you automate this for decades, you are quite literally buying whole years of freedom. Never, ever let your cash sit unemployed.
And hey, while you're building all this wealth, you absolutely must insulate it. Big fortunes attract lawsuits. It's just a fact of life. To stop one silly accident from wiping out your personal savings, you have to create separate doors for your assets. Our source highlights this fantastic example with Maya, a teacher who started a little side engraving business. To insulate herself, she opened a simple online LLC for just $79.
She kept a completely separate business bank account, and she added a low-cost umbrella liability policy, which, by the way, usually costs less than your monthly streaming subscriptions. If a claim ever happens with her side hustle, it stops dead at the LLC. Her personal savings remain completely untouched.
Moving on to Section 4. 4. Information gaps and failure. Money flows to ears that listen. Spotting an early pattern creates a massive advantage. Let's look at 3 niche industries where an information gap created an immediate opportunity. First, imagine a hedge fund founder casually hearing logistics managers mention that shipping container demand was spiking early. He bought shipping stocks way before the mainstream news even caught on. Second, think about our teacher, Maya. She was reading these dry supply chain bulletins and noticed wood blanks were facing a shortage. So she ordered her supplies early, perfectly exploiting that gap right before the massive Christmas demand hit. And third, consider a simple rideshare driver who kept noticing rider complaints about a lack of pet transport. He retrofitted his hatchback, handed out flyers to local vet clinics, and bam, his bookings absolutely exploded. The lesson? Listen closely and invest before the crowd. But listen, to actually capitalize on these gaps, we have to overcome 3 common beginner mistakes that totally block these laws from working. Number 1, treating cash like a parked taxi. Just wasted potential. Number 2, funding social theater. This means you're prioritizing immediate gratification and loud status symbols over long-term assets. And number 3, ignoring cheap experiments. You have to undergo a mindset shift and treat failure like a laboratory. Allocate just 2% of your income to run small $30 or $50 tests on new ideas. If it fails, well, you gained valuable knowledge on the cheap. If it clicks, you've got a brand new income stream. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 5, 50 30-day early retirement checklist.
This right here is your graduation step. I want you to start applying these laws right this very second. Here is your 30-day action plan. Tonight, stop leaving your cash unemployed. Go open a 4% high-yield online account and set up that automatic sweep we talked about. Tomorrow, take a hard look at your expensive debt. List out ways a new asset could out-earn a refinancing offer and run the math. And remember, do not forget your safety buffer. Finally, on your lunch break this week, start an LLC for your gig work or side hustle. Practice that asset insulation immediately. These small actions stack up, and just 1 year of these tiny upgrades will put you in a completely different league than peers who are still just relying on a single paycheck.
As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final, truly vital question. Most shoppers just pay the marked price on the shelf forever because, well, they just follow the bright signs. But the wealthy, they look for the quiet code hidden in plain sight. And now you have that code. So, will you decide never again to pay full price for a future you could own instead? Take just one of these laws, act on it before the weekend, and start building your empire today. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep building, and I will see you next time.